Evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. I have done a few contracts between episodes here. We've rescued 2 new Kerbals from orbit. We've got a pilot and an engineer. I've also done a few tourist contracts just to get a little bit of money going on, so we can get things there. But generally I've been trying to kill time waiting for our next alarm to come along, and it's slow. It's very slow. It's amazing how sending tourists up, doing a couple of orbits and then coming back down again only takes a day. So, yeah. So we've got 37 days left waiting for our Drehs Explorer and research. So let's fast forward to that and get on with it, shall we? And 1 minute and a half burn later, we are on our way to Drehs. Still quite a way off. Let's delete that. That's done. Okay. And we should have an encounter with it. It's flicking around there because it's kind of a bit wacko. But yeah, we have an encounter in 422 days, which kind of makes sense because Drehs is a long way away. Also, I've got this weird line here. I don't know what's happened to that. I think that's supposed to be this line here, but for some bizarre reason it was showing on the map. If I fire the engine a little bit more, nope, I want to fire the engine. I think that way. Radial out, is that correct? Let's turn the engine down. Just trying to fine tune our approach. We want to kind of get close to it, but I need to figure out how to get closer than this because we are way away. Let's see here. If I go normal, will that push me down or will that push me away? That's away, so we're anti-normal. There we go. We go down. Awesome. Yeah, we want to basically try and get ourselves in a polar orbit, but we can get the most resource scanning done, or just generally the most scanning done for it. So let's do. That's pretty good. Let's go radial in now, and that should push us back across. Very gently, like so. There we go. 80 kilometers, that's exactly what we want. And then we want to actually add ourselves a maneuver here, and we want to slow down. Oh, we're actually coming in from there. Oh, we don't actually have the fuel to stop at Drehs. Wow. And I thought this ship came equipped with everything. Okay. Turn that up. So, I suppose what we'll have to do is put this in here, minus 1578. And that's what we're going to get, which is a little annoying. I would really have liked to be able to stop, but we need another 500-ish meters a second. We're not really in any position to... You know, I am surprised we're going to be coming in from that side of Drehs. That's a bit... Where is the actual encounter? Here. So we're going to come in, get caught by Drehs and get pulled back. I don't know if we could possibly... I don't think it would matter. Even if we tried to come around the front of it and use its gravity to slow us down, we would not get a 500 meters a second on that. So Okay. So we'll get a flyby of Drehs in 423 days. But we won't actually get the encounter because we can't boost ourselves up to get to the correct orbit. We need more. But it will be another flyby. It will be some more science. Speaking of which, let's actually make sure the science is all turned on. Wrong button. That one there. Auto. Turn beep on, I suppose. And the resource scanner on. We'll just turn everything on. And see what we can get when we get it. So yeah. Okay, let's add an alarm for this now then. Add. Give ourselves, it's a 3-minute burn, so we'll go 10 minutes. In fact, do you know what? Let's just go with a sphere of influence change. Because that'll be like a day before, so that'll give us plenty of time. And that's down here. Awesome, so we've got other things on there. So our next one's our beep delivery for Eve. That's got another manoeuvre coming up. And let's jump to that one. And here's our second deep space manoeuvre. Well, first for this one, but second one of the day. Done. Okay, we are heading to Eve for this one. Let's see if we got an encounter yet. We haven't quite yet. We still need to push ourselves up. Something seems a little bit wrong here. This is using a lot more fuel than I thought it was going to. But this one's okay because this one's got way more fuel on it than anything else we've ever really done. So we should be fine. We should be fine. We're just trying to match the orbits with it, or well, trying to level up and get an encounter. There we go. There's some encounter. Right. We're currently there is Eve. Let's have a look see here. So that's coming up from underneath. That's what we want. Oh, of course, Eve has a little moon of Gilly, which we could have a look at as well. Very weird angle we're going to be coming in at, but it's fine. It's fine. So do that, and then I think we want to be prograde to move this in. I think, I'm not sure. Let's find out. I could use maneuver nodes for this, but nope, it's retrograde. Yeah, I could use maneuver nodes, but basically anyone I think it is, I should pick the opposite one. And that will probably work for it. So here we go. Let's move this in closer. We're getting an interesting. That is slowed us right down very, very quickly there, which is awesome, really. Because the more we can get but this is going to need very little fuel to slow down, I think. Get us into an orbit, it's going to require, yeah, look at this, look, there we go, 125. That's kind of what we wanted to do with Drehs, but because we're approaching it at such a high speed, we can't really get this sort of thing, whereas this one we're approaching at a low speed because we're going to hit it near its apoapsis, or near our apoapsis. So now Eve does have land underneath those purple clouds, But apparently it is an absolute nightmare. You don't want to ever go there. Really, 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 really bad for any Kerbal's health that attempts to go there. So that's the sort of maneuver I want to do. That. Let me get that a bit further. So we're in orbit, in a polar orbit. Going to be 3,000 meters a second, 10-minute burn, but we've got 7,000 meters left because this was built to be lots and lots of fuel inside it. So, yeah, this one's all good. So let's point ourselves at the sun, which will be railed in basically. So just to get our solar panels some power. Okay. We'll have an alarm for the change of influence, which is in 113 days. And we're still not getting any science, and we still need more science. We do have a Joule mission coming up, but that's we can launch probes to Joule. That wouldn't be a problem whatsoever. But the issue to that is that it takes years to get out there, so we still won't be getting any science. I think we're at a point where we're just launching probes out, and then we're going to reap all the rewards in like the year's time to come. So yeah, I mean this is going to be 113 days. This one's 418 days, and then like 100 and some days later we got our lunar window coming up. So hopefully we will have all the science in place for the next lunar window. That's the idea. So why don't we launch another one of these probes, this one here, and go to Joule with it, because yeah, I think that'd be good. Joule's got lots of moons, so maybe even having more fuel on board wouldn't be a bad idea. And the Joule Beep probe launcher, I'm very creative with these names, is go. And it's very, very jumpy as well. How strange. Yeah, it's exactly the same craft. I've fitted one extra fuel tank to it, so it's actually going to have a bit more fuel. It should be able to go to Joule and jump around its moons, because it's got quite a few of them, and bring us back wonderful, wonderful science. And here we are up in orbit, which I need to circularize because I got so engrossed in looking at these numbers here, trying to get my inclination right, I ignored the fact that I was up to nearly 1 million meters. Yeah, oops, my bad. But it should be okay. I would still like to get my inclination down to 0, but I don't know which way to actually go. I think it's that way. I think I need to aim a bit over there. Longitude of ascending nodes. Yeah, I think that. Oh no, see, that's actually going up now. I do think I want to bring that down. Being clear, I don't know. I don't actually know. Doesn't matter. This has got a lot bigger solar panels on it because Joule's a long way away from the sun. So we would really want to get out of there and get as much sunlight as we possibly can. I hope these antennas are longer enough range. I haven't really tested that, but we'll find out. And I put some thermal control systems on there. I don't know why. I don't think it needs them. But I did, so they're there. Yep. Right. Unfortunately, taking the extra fuel up here is kind of defeat the object, because now we're going to use it to circularize, so this will end up with pretty much the same fuel that it had on Joule. I want to circularize with Eve. I want to circularize because it's easier to do that. If I knew exactly where we were going to, sometimes it's easier to slingshot. But if we can get our orbit somewhat circular, it doesn't have to be exact. If I can get that to go up to... that'll do. That'll do. That's close enough for me. Okay, so let's use Astrogear again. Astrogator, sorry. And we want to go to Joule. Which is apparently 6 days burn time. Now, we did leave this for 1 day early. So maybe it's 6 days because we're so high. I'm not sure. But we'll add that. That's an 11-minute burn. And you can do it over multiple days. Multiple orbits, I should say. You can do like a burn out and then come back down and do another burn. But 11 minutes isn't so bad. If it was half an hour, I probably would try and split it up. I think that would probably make sense. So, yeah. Let's point ourselves in roughly the right direction. And we basically just got to wait 6 days for this to go around. Do we have any other alarms coming up? Our probe is in 12 days, so... Moho probe. Well, I think we're okay. I think we're fine. Let's just fast forward time. Round and round and round we go. And, see whether we get another mass coronal thing. So far in this episode, I have fast forwarded probably 100 and something days, and the amount of times I've had to stop because of mass coronal ejections, the sun doing a solar flare, is unbelievable. It's like every 2 days I'm getting it that some probe is going to get a solar flare, and it's just really, really. Right, so bare burn time still isn't working. I need to figure that out. I need to figure out what's going on there. I've also got an issue with trajectories. It is still installed, but if when I loaded this craft up, the main version of it, it actually told me it was missing a trajectories module. Still loaded fine, it works, but I'm like, well, it's still installed. I don't get what's happened there, so I don't know. I've done something wrong somewhere. So 11.5 minute burn would be 11 minutes is 5.5 minutes, and then 30 seconds is 15 seconds. So 5 minutes 45. Is what we should fire. Yeah, it is weird because if I'm doing encounters, like when I did the rescuing the Kerbals from orbit, that was fine. That was working absolutely beautifully. Now, do burn away. Awesome. And that's not going to work because it doesn't know what actual thing we're targeting at. Ah, there it is. But yeah, so it was doing the encounters fine. It was saying, hey, I know that in 3 minutes you're going to be 0.4 kilometers away, so that's working. But yeah, the burn time for maneuver nose is not. It's strange. It's very, very strange. Okay, so we've got about 30 seconds left on this burn here, and I was a little bit worried as we were going around. We were burning on the dark side of Kerbin, and normally it's not a problem because you're firing your engines, everything's great, but nuclear engines don't have an alternator. Oh, they do have an alternator. That's weird. My electric charge was definitely dropping. How strange. I thought nuclear engines did not have an alternator, so that's why my electric charge is dropping. That's a little worrying. Little worrying indeed, because if the electric charge was going down when the engine was running. Maybe 5 electric charges isn't enough for this with all the communication and stuff. Don't know, maybe. But we are pretty much done. There we go. The job done. Awesome. So we've got 147 meters a second in 81 days, which will be there. And then we're going to meet Jewel in 2 years. Jewel encounter, yeah, 2 years. Awesome. Awesome. Looks good to me. Because right now we are actually pretty even. We're going to come, when we come back out of Jewel, a bit weird, but yeah, so we're going to meet it in 2 years, and we should be able to slow down. That is pretty much at our apoapsis, which is fine. If you can encounter a planet near your apoapsis, you'll be able to get into orbit a lot easier than if you encounter it like halfway up here, because your speed is so much faster. The closer to your apoapsis you are, the slower you're traveling, so the easier it is to maneuver. So getting that weird line thing again, representing something. Yeah, so let's add a 10-minute marker to our next encounter with them. And we have our Moho probe. I'm not sure. That's a maneuver node as well. So basically nothing exciting is happening in this episode. I'm very, very sorry. I'm at a point where I just need to collect some science to unlock that nuclear reactor, and we can build things. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to cut the episode here, bring it to a close. I will do the maneuver node for the Moho probe. I might even launch an ELU ship to go. And then we'll have our Eve probe actually get somewhere to do something and maybe get some science. So we'll come back next episode probably with that Eve one, maybe show the launch of the ELU one. So yeah, but we'll come back with that, and then hopefully we'll have enough science and we can get ourselves a refinery going, because that's the goal, that's the end game here. And well, we're definitely struggling for it. So yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.